I have a dispel smite, essentially.
That sounds badass as hell.
I can, if I hit a creature, I can attempt to drive it back to its home plane if they fail a charisma throw.
Wow, nice. That with banishment.
Yeah. It's a banishment protection from good and evil mix almost. But the 5th level spell also, which is like a little bit much for me. Oh, I could just say Geas. Yeah, that'll serve me well. Totally not an evil spell at all.
And we're live. Welcome everybody. Welcome friends. This is the Heroes Era. And we are playing a game of Dungeons and Dragons. With me tonight, I have... we're just going to introduce players tonight because we have some new characters coming in. So we have Chris.
That's me. I'm that guy.
Bodhi.
Hi. I'm still the same.
Joel.
Your favorite pyromaniac.
And joining us for the next couple games is going to be Davis.
The FNG.
And I was trying to figure it out.
I understood it. I know the acronym.
We are tonight. We're telling a story. We do not yet know how it will go. The players, the dungeon master, the dice, all of these will have a hand in how the game unfolds. This is the Heroes Era.
Dun, dun, dun.
You know what? I actually don't ever want to put a sound there anymore. I just want to keep doing it. I've changed my mind. I don't want to fill it. I don't want to lose that.
But if you're gone, though?
I don't want to lose that. If and when I am gone, if I ever leave or Ben kicks me out, then you can replace it with a sound. But also, don't kick me out. I like it here.
There may or may not be a sound there on the stream, so
It's all the drums we could afford.
It's
I
fine.
enjoy the mystery of it. Anyways, so it's been a couple weeks since we played, and last session was a kind of a momentous occasion, a little sad even, as Jules left the party and told Bodhi he's got different things to take care of. One of those being returning the Loristrani family sword to Mikas's mother. So Jules feared that he may not be able to deliver on that promise if he accompanied Reynald to the frozen world.
Didn't want to take that sword with him over there.
Absolutely. And so Jules departed, and that would leave us with Reynald and Mordecai. And that wasn't the only thing that happened last game. You also helped Murderhawk retrieve griffin eggs for his flock of griffins. And he actually offered you passage north, flying with these griffins. So, before you guys set out, I would ask Mordecai and Reynald if you have anything else to kind of take care of before you fly. I'm going to kind of probably move over the journey, kind of briefly, so that we can integrate the new players too. But why don't we just tie up any loose ends we need to before you guys head north the following morning. I think it was the offer from Murderhawk.
I can't think of anything off the top of my head that I would do that I couldn't do anywhere else.
I think I'm gonna check up on my my scholar friend before I leave. Make sure that he's okay and he has everything he needs.
And this is a friend that has betrayed you.
Yeah.
Yep.
You guys are the most forgiving group.
Yeah, there's reasons. It's fine.
When it counts. Sometimes we really just murder the person and it doesn't go over well for them. But sometimes we're pretty forgiving.
Do you leave any of your studies in his care?
I don't think I have anything that I want to leave with him.
He asks for a bit of gold, 100 gold.
I'll give it to him. I have some. Not much, but enough.
The conversation is brief. He explains that he's trying to gain passage back to Onthul to rescue his family from the Council of Order, where he suspects that they're, or perhaps more so hopes that they're being held.
I wish him luck on his journey.
He thanks you and tells you that he plans to come back here with them, and he hopes to see you again.
Sounds like a plan.
So, the journey north is you're essentially traveling across the entire frozen world to reach the Palace of the Frozen Duke. And with Murderhawk and his flight of Griffin, your passage along the shore is safe for the most part. But I would suspect that if there are any threats, a fireball would ward them off easily enough. And again, the world is dark because Shograflees, the Golden Dragon, has not taken flight for over a week now. And Storm has taken the world of Gira. And so I do want to just imagine that this journey is taking place, and it has taken perhaps a week to reach as far as Murderhawk said he would take you all. And he agreed to take you as far as the mouth of the Ruckachucky River. And at the mouth of the Ruckachucky River is the dam of Kranboga. And this regulates the flow of the river north and then south, as it has its own tidal pulls from whatever magic or essence is creating these. And this appears as a dam, I think it's perhaps 100 feet wide, and it's made of steel, and it's just built into the cliff sides, like barring a canyon. And you see that the dam is closed, and the sea roils in front of it. There are many boats, ships at sea. They seem to be I'm sorry, I don't have a lot of sea terminology, but they're anchored, at sea. And they seem to have the full crew aboard. As you approach, your griffins alight atop the dam, and you can see on the other side there's a vast canyon. And working atop the dam, Davis, will you please describe your character and kind of what they're going about doing?
Yeah. So, as you approach the dam, you see this tiny little gnome with you assume it's a gnome. You can't really tell because he's wearing a suit of mechanical armor that seems to be helping him do things. He has a hammer in his hand, and he's, smacking a nail into a piece of wood, and you walk up, and, I turn to say hello. Do you want me to explain more about, the character or just what I'm doing?
I think that's a good start right there, yeah. And, Murderhawk is a kind of a large Goliath with a tattooed face, and he'd step off of the back of the griffin, and with him is Reynold and Mordecai. Murderhawk would greet this metallic gnome kindly.
Is that a person?
It's a thing. Look at it. It's metal.
Mordecai, is that like a golem or something? I don't.
What do you think
a
it's
robot?
worth?
A robot? What the hell is a robot?
The machine.
Reynolds not grasping this concept.
So as you guys are, I can overhear what you guys are saying, and I finish making the jig for the big saw that's over in the corner, and I turn around and you see Bezlok reach up and touch a button behind his neck, and his helmet retracts back into itself, and you see a gnomish face with glasses and brown hair and like a scraggly beard. And he just gives you the bulge eye, and all you hear him say is "Oi!"
Are you trapped in there? Do you need help getting out? Can you even move?
So as you're talking, like Bezlok was playing with, doing his hammer stuff, and so as he turns around, you notice that he has two tools in like chopsticks in his fingers, and he's playing with something, and he just gives you the stare like, are you a fucking idiot? Like, what's going on with you?
I don't think this guy likes me.
I don't think he needs help.
He's an ordinary little guy.
I know. I guess we'll leave him be and just continue on our day.
So before you guys turn to leave, I say, what brings you around these parts?
Mordecai. We can't do like the mind thing anymore. This sucks.
Oh, you're right. This is the worst.
We kind of talking secret now.
I've forgotten how useful that was.
It was really useful.
Oh,
we became reliant on it.
Well, this is where I'll leave you, laddies. I'm going to take my friends. It's been a pleasure, and we might meet again. But I'm heading east, and Murderhawk hops atop the back of the griffin, and they fly away, leaving you.
Reynold instantly got super paranoid because now he can't tell people are listening in on his conversation at all. All the safety net that being able to telepathically talk to your friends without anyone being able to listen in through scrying or whatever is gone. And he is like, Mordecai, I don't like this, man.
Oh, God.
I definitely didn't think about that part.
Wait, I got parchment.
No, they can see that too.
Oh, I can burn it.
It doesn't matter if they see what's on it.
Just whisper.
You there? You look like you know things. Do you know how to like talk into people's minds?
And you just see him tinkering with his two tools, just staring at you like, what are you guys doing here?
I don't think he can read our minds.
We're going north to go rescue a general that has been exiled and bring him back so people feel hope again. That's what's going on. There's a few little tidbits in there, but we can get to that later.
And so Bezlok looks back at you and says, "Are you going through the land of the Twilight Elves?"
I think so. I wish we could have flown over it, but Murderhawk just kind of like dipped.
My friend the Drow, I'm almost done with this job fixing the dam, but as soon as I'm done, I'm heading north through the Twilight Elves territory. Is that where you guys are going?
I mean, like we kind of have to. I assume.
All right, so Bezlok's heard enough, and he goes off, and you hear him whistle, and all of a sudden you hear some thumping, and you see a mechanical bear come around the corner, and Bezlok just gets up on it and takes the jig over to the saw, and then you see him talking to some drow, and then he walks back over to you guys and says, "Well, I'm going to head north soon. You guys are welcome to join."
I'm gonna whisper to Reynold.
Yeah, I go to Mordecai immediately. Mordecai?
I'm gonna whisper to Reynold. I think we're being held up.
Oh my god.
Are we being robbed?
I think this is where this is going.
Should I? And Reynold starts like.
I mean,
to pull
he just
out of
called
him.
all of his friends over.
Oh, are
And
people
they're
coming
waiting
over
for
to
us in the woods.
Oh god, we're gonna get ambushed, aren't we? Well, you can just make us fly, and we can just go over the.
I can't do that anymore.
God damn it! I forgot. Everyone, there's nothing we could do anymore. Our lives got harder. We had it so easy.
I thought you guys leveled up.
To let them
We have to walk and talk.
Our crutches are gone, Mordecai.
Oh my goodness.
Well, I can fly. I don't know about you.
This is
Well,
madness.
yeah, if you call going straight up flying.
Bezlok, you've been working hard on this project, and you've handed off this finely crafted cog, or I'm sorry, is that what you were calling
It
it?
was a jig.
A jig, and to
To the drow.
and they disappear for a moment below the platform atop the dam, and when they return, they nod at you approvingly. And you know, Bezlok, that there is an eidolon, a sacred stone statue here. Perhaps you even helped to repair this. And this creature or being is usually the one that pulls the lever that engages the dam. And as you all stand here atop this platform, the stone eidolon does so and heaves this massive lever. And you hear a massive groaning. The earth begins to tremble. The platform you were upon shakes. It's kind of like a cobbled path atop a grate. And below you, the massive dam parts, and the sea begins to be sucked into the Ruckachucky Canyon. And so do the ships caught up in the current.
Like, violently?
It seems violently. It seems quite violent at first, and as though it might be a disaster. But the water eases itself rapidly, and something takes hold of these ships and guides them into the canyon.
Guy,
And your mission is accomplished, Bezlok.
Mordecai, you see those Shroud nod to him. They're setting something up.
And the drow walk to the edge of the platform and begin to wave at the incoming ships.
I don't like this, Mordecai. Something's up.
Are you guys Beavis and Butthead? Like, what's
He set off my paranoia. I am highly attentive right now.
So Bezlok can sense that you guys are nervous about his armor and his bear. So he hops off and he leads Boo Boo over very slowly, and at a distance of 10 feet says, "Look, he's fine. You can pet him. He's not real. Watch." And then I give it a mental command, and it starts to dance. It does a little bear dance, and then it goes back down. And you can see that it has a saddle with 3 saddlebags on it, and you see me like rifling through one of the saddlebags, and I take out 2 tools that I was holding chopstick styles before, and I jump up on, and you can see me playing with something, and I look you guys in the eye and I say, "Are you guys coming?"
Yes.
Yes. Yes, we are. And Reynald is going to cautiously follow this mechanical monstrosity that he has never seen before at a 10-foot distance, just to make sure he can run at any time. This is a fine creature, contraption, robot.
It is a robot, yes.
I used or kind of still am a blacksmith, so I appreciate some of the work that's gone into this, but I'm more, physically inclined than mechanically. I tried once or twice and it never really went anywhere great. My hands aren't too nimble.
So is this some kind of war bot?
Yes.
Has this thing killed people before?
Yes.
Good to know.
So when you look at Boo Boo, you see a mechanical bear. It has on his head, it just looks like a normal bear, but there's a circular outline, like right here on his forehead, like on the flat, like right above his nose, and in between his eyes. And his eyes are violet; they glow violet, but it's very, very faint in the daylight. You can't really see it. At night, it's pretty pronounced.
That is very cool.
Huh.
He's also my mount.
All right, well, lead the way.
Mordecai, why do we always run into these people? Like it's just never like a normal. It's a never a normal person.
I mean, it's not a dragon this time, right?
It's not a dragon this time. You're right. It's still.
It's improvement. Things are getting better.
I run into some psycho that uses blood for power. I don't.
What's next?
What's next?
What's next? This forest is going to be crazy.
So
I
start walking off the dam towards the forest, ? To the north.
Yes. So you'll have most of a day's walk to the Twilight Forest along the top of the canyon. There is a path that has been kind of snowed over, but it will lead you there. And I would have the group of you journey that way if everybody's okay with that.
Thumbs up.
Okay.
Of course.
And Reynold, are you suspicious because these are drow specifically, or?
No, Mordecai says something about us getting robbed or mugged, and since we can't secretly talk about it anymore, Reynold has lost his safety net of privacy, and so he's amped up to like 11 right now.
We're also down a member.
Yeah, so we're down in strength, we're down in privacy. He's a little off kilter because of what happened the last few days, so he's kind of needs to get his wind back.
Well, why are you guys so suspicious of Bezlok?
He's gonna ambush us in the woods. I just know it.
I feel like it's not what we would expect to find in the frigid north, right?
Yep. And so, to ease your guys' as we start to head north, to ease your guys' worry about me, I tell a joke, and the joke is, does a metal bear shit in the woods? Let's go and find out.
Is the answer no?
I wonder what the bear has to eat to shit in the woods.
Does the bear eat?
What does a metal
Does the bear
eat?
shit?
Does it shit?
We're only gonna find out if we head north.
I guess let's head north. I don't know what else to do here.
Follow the bear.
I think we ticked off all of our profanity usage before we get demonetized in the first 10 minutes of the episode now.
No more cursing.
As you guys journey north, the Twilight Forest is made up of many trees. This is a gift from Coralon in times past. Coralon, at least for the time being, it seems has moved on from this world, but his gift remains. And the trees stretch high into the sky. And within them, it is a little bit brighter, like a twilight, instead of the dark storm that is taking the rest of Gira. And I would have you travel through the forest, for an hour or so before starting to see small communities here and there. And Bezlock, he would know the way because he has been here for some time. But I would have a small host of drow approach you. And they're armed, but their arms are at their side, and they seem friendly as they approach to assuage your concerns. And they do hail you. Bezlock, you've done then.
Oi! Yes! We have fixed the dam.
That is great news. We've all been waiting. And I just wanted to extend an invitation to you. Lady Yasrena, she heard that your job was complete, and she wanted to invite you to a celebration this evening.
Can I invite my friends?
These ones?
These ones. And I without looking, I point with my thumb, my little tiny thumb.
I'm almost as short as him.
One of your friends wears the face of a devil.
Yeah, it's a whole thing.
They're kind of suspicious looking, if you
It's
ask
a
me.
really long story. We've suffered enough for it.
What do you vouch for them, Bezlock?
If they cause any trouble, I'll take care of them.
Listen, I was too handsome and they cursed me.
Oh, charming. Well,
He's not that bad.
There's that charisma class coming through. I love it.
The only one.
Every once in a while.
Oh, man.
oh my goodness. The party would be in several hours. It's been, arranged on short notice, of course, as they've been kind of awaiting the completion of Bezlock's task so that the troops, their armies, can return home.
I got a question about the Twilight Forest, specifically the light level. Is it technically lighter here than it is everywhere else because it's sort of like a twilight,
Right. Yes. Yes, it would be. When the skies of Gira are clear right now, even without Shografleas, there's enough light to see. Imagine a full moon, the light that you would get from a full moon. But right now, there's so much storm that it's very dark. So yes, it would be almost a relief, like a return to some sort of normalcy to reach this forest.
This almost feels like it should be.
Yes, and we welcome you. There are many communities that you can make yourself at home in, and we are glad to have you.
Oh, thank you.
This is the first time we're being treated this nicely.
I know, right? It's weird.
Hey guys, if you're rude or do anything wrong, they will kill you.
We usually
this
have to
makes
get
more sense. This makes more sense.
And then
See,
they will kill me.
Now I get it.
the other shoe.
Yeah.
Yeah, we usually get both of them up front, and then
Yeah.
we know what's going on.
Now
See,
it makes sense. Now I'm comfortable.
there was this guy, and he kind of stabbed us in the back. He stabbed me in the back, literally, and we did a whole fight, whatever, and we let him go, and we were friends afterwards. And he helped us out a little bit. So it's not like we're like not used to this sort of thing. It's just strange, is all.
Okay.
Well,
so are you
my
like
old bones? My old bones could use a rest.
Are you like a regular in this forest? Sorry, I don't think I ever got your name.
You never asked.
You never asked for ours either.
It is Bezlock. And then as he says his name, you see his whole body kind of shiver and quake a little bit, and then he starts fidgeting with his little his little chopstick tools, and then it stops.
Right.
What are your names?
I am Reynold the Red. People just say Reynold. They don't even use the nickname. And over there is Mordecai. I mean, he's a sore thumb in the crowd. You can kind of just know it's him.
It's the horns.
Yeah, Mordecai, it's the horns.
And the giant neck supporting it.
I'm jealous, man. Your neck muscles are incredible.
What you're looking at is basically a pale tiefling gentleman who's clearly in his last legs. He's quite old. Luscious beard,
Luscious.
long hair, and a giant set of horns that protrude from his head that look obnoxiously large and far too big for his body.
Aren't they like curled too?
Yeah. And just thin frame, except for a giant neck that supports it all.
It's like a stick figure, but someone really messed up on the neck part.
He spent all
Just
his
goes
muscle
shoulders
there.
straight to head, right?
Yeah.
Shoulder to head. Yeah. I got you. I know those people.
And Reynold is he's a little bit taller than average dwarf, but still pretty short in comparison to most people. He's got a set of dragon scale mail on currently. He has gauntlets that cover his arms. He has a shield with a red hook emblazoned on it as an image he's painted on it, and he has a warhammer by his side. He also has the same red hook hanging from his neck, which is his focus for his spells. And he, has a beard, as most dwarves do. He has a helmet on all the time, so his hair is absolutely horrible. It hasn't been tended to in a very long time. And that's pretty much his physical appearance. I mean, he's a bit there in age, but not like he's like midlife right now.
And as the drow depart, they look you up and down. Bezlock, do wear something nice and appropriate. Thank you.
Got you. So it's a dinner. We've been invited, right?
Yes, follow the sound of the frogs.
And I know where our lodging is already, right? Do I just take us over there?
Yeah, that'd be fine. Absolutely.
Okay. Hey guys, our bunks are this way. And I tromp off on Boo Boo.
Right.
Oh, my mechanical bear's name is Boo Boo. Just for you guys' knowledge.
Would you picture yourself being part of like a small gnome community or just a general community?
I'm a nomad.
He's been waiting this whole session to say that. He has.
I
was
got
too eager to drop it.
I got 300 more.
Too pleased with it.
I got a whole list.
He wrote that ahead of time.
No, Bezlock was banished by his family for messing with a family heirloom and destroying it, and it drove him insane. The breaking of that artifact drove him insane, and so his family banished him until he can restore the artifact and cure his insanity. So he is out in the world looking for magic that can repair his family's artifact.
Mordecai, we have rooms already. And we didn't have to pay for them. I don't think.
Oh, free of charge. It's one big room.
Okay, this makes more sense.
Yeah. See, it sounds nice, and then the other part.
You're staying in my temporary quarters, which I'm a gnome. I just have a tiny little cot in the corner.
So that's why. Okay, yeah. You know
so
what?
Bezlok's corner, which has, I imagine, a good berth from it.
I don't know.
I'm imagining a doghouse.
Oh, Jesus.
Like a nice one, like a big dog's house, you know?
I mean, you bet Bezlok sleeps on a king bed.
That's Mordecai. That's insensitive, man. He's a gnome. I'm a dwarf. He's shorter than I am, granted, but still.
So, you guys can prepare for the party in whatever manner you please, and wear whatever you like. Hopefully, you have something nice.
Yeah.
I don't know if I do. I got this armor and I got like some common clothes.
I don't think I have a change of clothes.
No.
So I pull out
the same robe.
because you guys say that I pull out. I start rummaging through my bag, and I have this this bag that just has a bunch of different clothing. It's all jet black, and it's just normal clothes, and it's because I have a spool of black thread that never ends. So I'm always fidgeting with stuff. So I just like start sorting through my little bag of cloth, and I start throwing things at you guys, and you find stuff that fits.
This feels tailor-made, but I'm a abnormally tall dwarf. Man, you really must have gone through the spectrum of heights to get this size right. Oh, I guess I'll take off my armor then, and for like 10 minutes I'm like taking off this scale mail and leggings and boots.
So you hear a bunch of servos and gears grinding, and Bezlok's armor splits in the middle, and he just like sidesteps out of it, and then it closes, and he's just wearing gray spun, and he puts on a black robe made of the same material that your guys' shirts are made of.
See, that's Mordecai. You don't ever have to deal with armor. That's incredible right there.
So you see me put on my shirt backwards. So instead of going from like under to the top, I have to step through the hole for the head because these freaking horns will not allow the other way around.
Okay.
I have to step in through it. So
okay.
Yeah.
Let's go to dinner. I'm
All right, let's go eat.
And you hear the frogs croaking in the forest, and you follow their sound, and this sound grows, and then you begin to hear music, and of course there's a string quartet playing a lively tune, and a drow elf approaches you. She wears long necklaces adorned with emerald beads and a long flowing gown woven from fresh grasses, and she bows her head slightly. Bezlok, good to see you, and this is Lady Yasrena, who you have met, Bezlok, in the past.
Hail, Lady Beslena. And how are you?
Oh, good now. I'm so glad that you are able to solve our problem. And it is like I promised, I will be sending you where you wish to go.
It was no trouble. I only had to spend 3 days building different contraptions to fix the dam. I'm glad it could be done quickly.
Yes, well, you saved many lives. I will be frank. And who are your friends? You're all matching. It's lovely.
Thank you.
I wave and I say, I just kind of gesture, and you guys can introduce yourselves.
Hi, my name's Reynold. You seem like a fine lady who is...
Reynold and Mordecai.
Oh!
My sister told me that you would be coming.
Oh, so you kind of, a little bit then, huh?
I know a little bit. I know a lot of it, actually.
Oh.
I'm so glad that you came. It's such a nice coincidence that you arrived tonight when we were having this party.
Yeah, funny how that works. Maybe it's the work of the gods. They're around still.
Are they? Well, I'd love to hear your opinions on that as one of Bahamut's chosen. But would the three of you please have a seat at my table, help yourselves to the frog's legs, and there's a ball with countless frog legs sticking out of it, sitting in the middle of a long oaken table. And there are several of these so that small groups can share them. Listen, I want you to meet somebody, Reynold. And Lady Yasurena leans back and shouts, Wymond!
Wymond?
Do I have the name right? Wymond, if you please, she kind of waves across the party. Would you please join us? And she waves towards your character, Chris.
Wyman sees her and acknowledges her, respectfully, and begins to he politely concludes the conversation that he's having, and steps away and starts to make his way over there. What you see is a almost 7 foot tall gold dragonborn. He is a very a very, very bright, vibrant gold scales, covered in wounds and scars, like someone who's definitely seen combat. His head is like just solid frills pushing back, with one much larger than the rest across the top. He is wearing a breastplate that is a very dark, almost a black color, with like a sear of red streaked through it. Almost looks like it was broken and then like reassembled with like a red seam. Underneath that, just a simple tunic and breast, no shoes, massive dragonborn claws, down below him. He is carrying a long sword on his back, and a shield as well. On the front of the shield is embossed a massive symbol of Shogorflees. Like a large sun with the symbol of Shogorflees in the center of it. And so he steps over and yes, Lady Wymond. Yes, what can I do for you?
Wymond, would you avail us of your company?
Of course. And who are your friends?
This is Mordecai, and this is Reynold. They say that he carries the light of the world in a canary's cage. I thought you might want to speak with him.
I very much do.
Hey,
Reynold.
it's like we're the same almost. And he rolls up his sleeve, and you see his arms are partially scaly. Look at that! Look at that! Eh?
Interesting.
Yeah.
We might share a bloodline somewhere back at some point.
Maybe.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet you. My name, I may formally introduce myself. I am Wymond. I am a servant of the goddess, the sun goddess Shogorflees, and I see that you carry the symbol of Bahamut with you.
Yes, Shogorflees is a girl.
Yes.
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Well, I mean, to be fair, Shogorflees is a goddess. She is quite transcendent of any sort of thing of the sort. But to put it mildly, to put it frankly, yes.
So I gave a
Feminine.
gender appropriate name then when I renamed it Julia, at least.
I'm sorry, you renamed Shogorflees.
Julia, and I call for the canary to go land on my finger. Does it happen?
The canary lands on your shoulder.
Ah, a little bit of a spirit in that one, quite literally, if you get me. No, yeah, that's your god right there.
So I, as a player, understand the significance of the canary and the Sugarfleet, and the gods and Bahamut and everything like that. Does Wyman know that?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. So as when the canary flies up to you, then he goes, "My word."
Yep.
And his whole, this massive towering physique just shrinks down into like total humility, and he just bows his head and he's like, "My lady, why are you here with us and not in the skies with your song?"
That's a good question.
And the canary sings quietly.
Well, I guess technically an old guy in an alleyway gave it to me, so that would be an answer.
Bezlok hears all this, and he's eating frog legs, and he just looks over and he's like, "The heck? Like what?"
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm Bahamut's chosen. I'm like one of the like few clerics in the land, apparently, as I get told wherever I go, and the sun is in this bird, this canary.
Master Reynald, you telling me that you met an old man? And
he had 7 canaries. He gave me
Did
one.
he have... My dear Reynald.
Yeah?
You stood in front of your own god.
Yeah.
That...
I meet quite a few of them. That was a lie. I've met like one, and then like a few devils.
The casualty with which you speak of this really, I must say, confounds me.
Is it not?
But I'm fascinated to hear these stories.
Is it not reassuring? I always thought it was reassuring. Like, if I don't make it a big deal, then it's not a big deal.
I don't know if it's reassuring or not yet. I'm going to be honest. It
No.
might be.
Lady Yasrena chuckles, and when you mention devils, her eyes shift to Mordecai briefly. Well, I will excuse myself for the moment. Please enjoy yourselves.
He is a good one. Don't worry about him. He's fine.
Of course.
Now, we've sorted
Just
that
a
business
handsome
out.
devil.
Yeah. Oh, he's the devil's advocate.
Charming.
Yep, that's Mordecai.
We thank you for your hospitality.
Yeah, thanks for the frog legs.
I look forward to speaking with you again later.
Bezlok going to town on those frog
I
legs.
got a whisper to Reynold real quick.
What?
What do you think they do with the rest of the frog?
They lure people to the dinner to eat frogs. They're like, listen for the frogs.
That's a lot of frog legs.
They're utilized mostly for spell components, and they use them to feed some of the livestock. You don't whisper very quietly.
Did you have like a plague here that had all these frogs show
As
up?
Bezlok just consumes frog leg after frog leg, they begin
That's
to
a lot of
diminish.
frogs.
And then suddenly he sees 2 bulbous eyes amidst the legs. There's the loud croak of a frog. Lady Yasrena is passing and says, "Don't worry, they have so many that they hardly notice, and they'll grow back." And she snaps another of the frog's legs off delightedly.
That's Reynold looks to Mordecai. Mordecai, I don't know, man.
Oh, if that's the
man.
case.
Oh, it's fine. Lighten up. They're delicious. They really don't mind.
I just pick up a frog.
Mordecai, please.
Well, they're for sharing. Mind your manners, Mordecai.
Reynold doesn't know what to think.
I'm sorry. And then Lady Yasrena does excuse herself to mingle about the party.
I gotta get out of this place. There are crazy people here.
Hi, buddy. Guys, give me 2 seconds. I need to go drop this guy off real quick, okay?
Oh, no worries, Chris.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
This is what a day, Every day it's something new. mechanical suit man with Robo Bear. And
Okay, like, what's the story with that? Why a bear?
yeah, why a bear?
I needed something that I could ride and that could also assist me in battle and that could also carry all this heavy stuff that I bring along with me.
Oh, I like it. It's all very practical.
It
So
took me
make, not
15
buy.
years to build.
Oh,
Wow.
I believe that though. If you said that took me like 3 days to build a mechanical bear, I would have been like, you're crazy.
My family, this is what you have to do in order to be considered a man.
You build a bear?
You have to build a mechanical companion.
You do it in a workshop?
Yes, obviously.
You build a bear in a workshop?
We call it the Build-A-Bear Workshop.
Oh, I see.
I do believe I've heard of that. It's where you can pick your designs and schematics and customize the job, and they make it as you like put a bunch of extra pieces into it if you want for a fee, of course. I've heard of that.
Must be a northern thing. I never heard of this before. This is a strange times we're in. I'm sorry. You told me your name.
Bezlock?
No, I know Bezlock. Young. What?
Wymond.
Wymond. Okay, sorry. All right, that's good information for me. Sorry, I tried my best, but I meet like a lot of people all the time. I just recently gained a cult that I sent off continent, and
I'm sorry, did you say a cult?
oh, it's the Church of the Light. It's like I think the same sort of deal.
So not a cult. It's you just founded like a
They made me
branch of a church.
They made me their leader, and then I kind of like shoved it off until like the previous leader. And I said, "Go there and spread the word," and they did it.
Frog legs.
You two seem to be getting along famously.
I hope so. If not, this would be a very weird relationship.
Wyman, did you know that Reynold plans to go to the far north with the light? And Bezlock, did you know that Reynold also seeks the Palace of the Frozen Duke?
Is that the place where I'm supposed to be going? Is that what?
Well, that's what you told me.
Yes. Yes.
May I ask what
You should accompany us.
Can I ask your intention with the light and the?
We're going to
light?
sacrifice it to the devils, of course.
Yeah, we're trying to resurrect some devils to go kill some other ones. We tried it before in another continent, and it didn't work too well. And you see how that worked out.
Joking.
Yeah. Don't worry, I'm Bahamut's chosen champion. Nothing bad can ever happen.
My sister told me about your sensitive humor. It's delightful.
You gotta have one.
Fortunately, she warned me of that as well.
It's not as fun when they know.
We're going to reclaim a gift that was given to me.
There's a gift waiting for you up there? Oh, right. Yeah, we're gonna go pick up a package.
What does this have to
Very
do
valuable
with
gift.
the light, though?
It's adjacent to the general commander sort of issue we also have. We're doing like 4 things up there.
Well,
I will
perhaps
go
you
with
should.
you.
I'm sorry.
Huh?
I will go with them. I will travel with you. You carry the light. You carry my goddess.
Don't worry.
And,
You have the
Wyman,
light.
you
I
must
thought you
protect
would
her,
insist
I
they
must
stay.
protect you. Either you stay or I go with you. One or the
I
other.
mean, you're right. I mean, God's.
I stay by your side until the light is established. I will tell you that much now.
Wyman, the light was within you all along. And I touch his chest and I cast 90-foot light. And everyone effectively gets flashbanged at this table.
Well,
You do understand that I'm very much aware of how simple cantrips work, right?
This is the big one.
You do understand that I'm very aware of how powerful magics work, right?
Oh. You know too much. This is like a cool party trick I got, and everyone's like, "Oh, I already know about it." Like, what am I supposed to?
I thought it was delightful.
Thank you.
I have already agreed to send Bezlock. I have a bit of a back door, we'll call it. Otherwise, it's a journey that would take maybe several weeks if you ever found the place. I'm sure it's buried beneath the snow, actually.
Well, it sounds like we have allies here that we should make use of. So
Yeah.
we're glad to hear that we're on the same side.
Bezluck, you can come with the. Well, I'm not gonna say you can come with us because
You're coming with me, baby.
Yeah, it makes me sound like I'm a leader, sort of thing, and that's kind of like not my deal. We can all.
You're the leader. You are in charge.
I guess.
I mean, you carry the light.
I know, and that kind of makes you the de facto leader, and you kind of like get put in a lot of situations like, what do you want to do? And I'm like, I don't know. I crowdsource most of my answers.
As a good leader should.
Yeah, I have like a cabinet of whoever's around me at any given time, and I pull answers from.
A cabinet. Oh my god.
Mordecai's here to give me the last resort options that we always consider. And, there are some people that lightly know of the light, and I asked them, some things about the, religion, and then some like random commoners or people just going about their day, and I ask them, hey, what should I do about this problem? And they're like, go away, crazy, and that's it.
Okay, so no one is in charge, is what you're saying.
It's
well, look,
like
we're alive, so it's going great.
It's obviously it works because we've been doing fine so far. I created
Reynald, the gods have chosen you for something.
Yeah, they have.
They have clearly chosen you without a doubt. And I'm sure, whatever the reason is, that they know what they are doing. And as such, I will follow your lead.
You ever talked to your god before?
Not in such a direct way.
I
no.
I can kind of just ask Bahamut some questions and I get answers.
I feel like you're just bragging now.
If you want to lie to Bahamut, I can ring up the spell for you and we could do some Q&A.
He turns and looks at Mordecai. Is he bragging right now? I don't understand what's happening.
I think he just wants to facilitate your ability to speak to your god and get some of the answers that maybe you've been craving for a while.
Oh, it's kind of half of a brag, if I'm being honest. It's half of a brag and half of actually like helping people.
It was there was a little
bit of a like you can't really like throw it out there without it being.
I felt like it was a little bit.
It was a little bit of brag. I won't lie. I'm getting.
I mean, it's hard not to brag when you're this cool.
It really isn't. Thank you, Mordecai.
It's like
So
you have the light.
We're all cold. We're in the north. It's not something to brag about for that, but you
So Bezlock has finished eating, and he's standing on the bench, like grabbing off the table and eating and putting them on the thing. And he wipes his hands on his robes and turns around, hops off the thing, and says, "Well, I plan on leaving in the morning." And he walks back to his place of residence.
Okay.
Well, I guess we're leaving in the morning. Will you be coming with us?
yes.
No, you can leave your god with me. It'll be okay.
I'm coming.
Okay.
I owe He leans in towards Raynell. He says, I see that you carry the symbol of Bahamut, but I also see that you carry a very large weapon and very effective armor.
Hope? Oh.
So you are not necessarily always a missionary of peace, are you?
No, I've killed quite a few people.
Okay, then you and I have a lot of things in common. And understand this. I owe my goddess a great service, and I plan on fulfilling it. So, while she is with you, I am with you, and I will stay by her side until my service is fulfilled. And she rises in the sun, and you will see me walk away to the sound of her glorious song. But until then, I am your new best friend. But I will also protect you with my dying breath as I do so. For the gods have chosen you for something, and it is important that you do it.
So through the woods, you hear the echo of "Stalker" as from Bezlock.
Well,
Yasrena applauds mildly. Oh, don't
sounds
mind
good to me.
Okay, so to let you in a little something, since you're going to be my new best friend / bodyguard, Bahamut, when he was in that alleyway that was a little stinky, he gave me this canary that was sugar fleece. He said, "Don't lose this bird." And I assume the world just ends if that happens. So, really do your job. Some justice here.
Yes.
Oh,
Understand that you are carrying the most valuable thing in existence to me.
if you're
On this or
around,
any other thing.
if you're around long enough, there is like a prophecy about like dragons fighting and killing everybody that I'm supposed to prevent too. So I mean, since
Simon
you're
smiles.
Oh, by the way, we might have to fight a couple devils when we get there.
oh yeah, how have you killed a devil before?
Battling the unholy happens to be a bit of a specialty of mine.
Oh, well, great. This guy's great, Mordecai.
Yeah,
He's-
I like him
He's
already.
ticking off all the criteria.
Now, the party continues, and there's various guests of honor. One in particular is a tiny goblin and his centaur mount or friend. And ride about the party running amok. But let's go to the next morning, and I imagine that you would all be found in front of Bezlock's den. Does that work out all right for everybody?
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
we're like
And,
squeezed in there.
Was I given a map to the secret, like the shortcut?
Well, Lady Yasrena is there in the morning, bright and early to meet you, Bezlock. Yes, I'm going to send you via magic. I know how to get into the palace of the Frozen Duke. Don't tell anybody. And she leads you to a part of the forest, and it begins to feel like you've been traveling in circles for some time, the group of you. And then there's a cave. There's nothing more than a small crack in a gathering of rocks, and she leads you through this. And on the other side, there's a massive chamber and what looks like a downtown area of sorts that has been abandoned and left. Yes, the last time we let others settle here, it did not work out so well, and this is what is left. But below is the city of Caladay. I will take you to my study. And she does, and much of the city's splendor just passes quickly before you as you journey. And you see many drow here, and nobody of any other species, race. And Lady Yasurena takes you to what must be a fine palace, because on the inside it is splendidly adorned, though on the outside it is very plain. And of course, there are spider webs everywhere as adornment. She takes you to her study, and there's a teleportation circle. She has offered to send you to the Palace of the Frozen Duke. You'll almost certainly arrive there. I don't know what you'll find when you get there, but I'm happy to send you.
Thank you for living up to your part of the bargain.
Thank you, Bezlock. And please, Bezlock, keep an eye on this one. And she kind of pats Reynold on the shoulder.
It would be my pleasure.
Why do I feel like nobody trusts me?
I'll answer that later.
So, does anybody have anything that they need to say or do before you're teleported?
Fear not, Lightbearer. The gods trust you.
You know, they do. You're right, they do. They trust me.
They do.
I trust
Focus
me.
on that.
I trust me, yeah.
Sure, that's important too, I guess. if it means, yeah, sure.
And
Yeah.
Lady Yasurena is casting magic in the floor around you. The emblems inscribed on the floor begin to light up in vibrant colors. And then your senses are lost to you briefly. The first thing that you notice is the cold. And then your vision returns. And it returns to a large domed chamber. There are 8 statues here. And each one is displaying one of Makazel's faces of humiliation. One of them looks exactly like the mask that Mordecai wears. And these are the faces, of course, that were given to the ones that humiliated Makazel. And there's a hallway across the room, but behind you is an even larger statue, fashioned from stone. And the statue moves suddenly, its arms swinging swiftly across the ground. Will everybody please roll initiative?
Oh, we're running into it.
Right into it.
I got a 20. Oh,
bad.
my.
Ooh, let's go.
Wow.
Somebody came out swinging.
New characters.
2 nat 20s on that? Wow.
Mordecai, you could have done better, but, you know.
Disappointing.
Yeah.
That's an 18 for Wyman.
I got a 21 for Reynold.
That's a 5.
All right. And if you would give me just one moment to set this up.
Absolutely not.
Thank you.
Do we have any way of forcing something to be stuck next to us for a minute?
Possibly.
Because we could do some really funky stuff if need be.
It's a root and rot.
I could put a little mind magic into somebody.
It's just a big statue moving. Is that what you said?
Yes. And let me just pull everybody's tokens out here. Or can you all see the map, or only 2 of you?
I can see a black square.
I
Oh,
can
nice.
see a black square.
I can see it.
Where should I drop at? I don't want
Where
to
we-
see something I'm not supposed
Where are we dropping?
to. Where are we dropping?
Where are we dropping at, boys?
Reynold and Mordecai, can you guys see now?
Yes.
Okay. And
I need Boo Boo's token as well.
Boo boo.
Boo boo.
There we go.
He's a
but
bear.
Wyman, you cannot see.
I cannot see. Do I need to drag myself out?
Yes, please try that.
Aren't you a
Can
guy
you
of
guys
the light?
Oh, you know what? Let's see.
There you go. Well, I have the belt of dwarven kind, so I do have dark vision, even though I'm a dragonborn.
I thought you would have been able to see, man. What's up with that?
I should be able to see.
Well, you got
Try dragging it out
blindsight?
again, please.
Okay. Huh? I'll do it again.
Yep.
Okay, there we go. That worked. I
Is
don't
yours
know
on
which
the
one
left
is.
or the right? I'm sorry.
Mine is on the left. That's
you.
the one I can click.
All right.
Okay. They should be set up for the future, I think.
Perfect.
Okay.
And
New charger. Hope I remember the things I can do.
Oh,
zero
yeah.
initiative. Perfect.
This combat's gonna take a bit, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well,
Okay, let's start with Bezlock. And again, this, or I'm sorry, I'll move your guys' tokens real quickly here. Because
He's right on top of us. Okay.
yeah, he's just right there, ready. And you will act first, Bezlock. Go ahead, please.
Okay. So the thing swings at us, and it just goes right over my head because I am literally 2 feet off the ground. And I just turn. I reach to my hip, and you see me grab. It's a hilt with no. It doesn't seem to have a sword attached to it in any way, but there's a little button on the side, and Bezlock pushes the button, and this light sword extends out from it, and he screams "Oi!" and attacks with it.
Very good.
Right.
Ah, 18 hits.
Oh shit! Sorry, I hit the wrong button.
No worries.
There we go. Yep, that's right. And then I swing again.
24 hits.
Whoop, wrong one again.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting to just roll the damage. There we go.
Yikes. Not the double
Yep.
ones.
Yeah, not ideal.
And he still did 13.
Yeah, it's pretty sick blade. And then on my second hit, you see the Bezlock's armor like glow, like bright, like almost pinkish red, like in between, really, really briefly, and then he, as the sword strikes the second time, you see a jolt come out of the blade and hit the statue for another 6 damage. And that's the end of my turn. With my bonus action, I use it to command Boo Boo to take his turn, which I have to do in order to make him attack. So if I want to use my bonus action. And then he will cast, he will roar, but it's a very tinny roar. Almost, it sounds very, very like there's a speaker like somewhere in his throat making roar sounds. But it's very, very intimidating. And he casts Force Empowered Rend. Does a 16 hit?
Will not hit.
Okay, and then he lands back on his feet, and just stands there looking cute.
All right. Next is Reynold.
Reynold is going to take a few steps back. It's going to go 5, 10, 15. And he is going to use a 3rd level spell, or a 2nd level spell, rather, to cast Spiritual Weapon. He's going to put it right next to the, on this side, to the right side of the stone statue. I got 23 to hit.
Hits.
Put this in there. We're going to do 6 force damage. Woo! Doing that damage, guys. And then as for his action, he's going to use the cantrip Toll the Dead. I need him to make a wisdom save of 17. Wow.
17.
Nothing happens. And Randall's back, and I was like, well, time for you to test out your stuff. Trial by fire. And it's going to be his turn.
Okay, then Waymond.
Wymond?
My apologies.
Waymond Webb?
Wyman is going to reach back and take out his shield and reach up behind his shoulder and grab his sword. As he grabs his sword, he has over time filed down the bumps and things on his blade that are there to like the texture of it to give you a better grip. He's filed down the edges of that to where it's basically just sharp points in the handle of his blade. So as he grabs it and squeezes his hand down onto it, it pierces into him. And as he's drawing the blade up, his blood is actually pulled out and dragged up onto the blade. As it does so, the blade starts to shine with radiant light. And I take 3 points of damage activating this. And it also reduces my temporary hit points, or it reduces my hit points by 3. Well, it's active. I can't be healed that. And I am going to activate my Rite of the Dawn, which is going to add the radiant damage onto the weapon. And I'm going to take 2 swings at this guy.
All right.
Oh, auto rolling damage over here. I got to fix that. All right, so I got a 26 to hit.
26 hits.
For 12 damage. And another 26 to hit. For a total of 11 damage. And he's gonna stand there ready for battle. That's gonna be his turn.
And then Mordecai.
My auto roll.
I want to move away, and I want to hold action on Eldritch Blast. So I'm going to use my full movement to move away from it.
Okay.
This way. And I'm just going to hold my action for Eldritch Blast.
And what do you want to trigger your action?
If I see it attack any one of us.
Okay. And this giant stone statue raises its hands, interlacing its fingers, and begins to bring them down upon Rain. That's not Reynold.
No, it's not. Who is it?
I'm trying to decide who this statue would go for. I think Wymond being the bigger target, at least at first. And this will trigger your held action, or your readied action.
Okay. So that'll be 2 Eldritch Blast attacks.
A 24 will hit.
12 and a 24. Okay. Oof. 5 damage.
The ones today.
All right.
Yeah.
So as the attack is coming down, Boo Boo roars again, but it sounds different this time than it did when he was attacking, and he imposes disadvantage on the statue.
That
Is
is
this as
weird.
a reaction?
Yes.
Oh, come on now. So I'll roll twice here for disadvantage, and it's on. Okay, so this will be the first attack. Oh.
If those are both with disadvantage, then the first one hits, second one misses.
The first one's with disadvantage. So
Okay, then they both hit.
Okay.
I tried.
Yikes!
Take 37 damage as the fists just smash down on you 2 times.
Cool.
And this thing seems almost mindless in its ambition to kill you guys. Bezlock, you're up next.
All right. Bezlock sees the damage, sees him, Boo's attempt fail, and he. Oh, come on! You hear this little oi come through his little helmet, and he goes and swings again.
Uh, 20 will hit.
All right, and I keep doing that. I just gotta click the thing. There we go. All right, that's 13 damage, and then he swings again.
27 hits.
And hits for 17. And you can just see him just slicing away at the toes of this giant statue, just as furious as any living being you've ever seen. And that ends his turn. With his bonus command, he gives Boo Boo an attack, and Boo Boo will roll Force and Power Rend. I'm assuming that's a miss. That's. I don't think I did that right, anyways. But it's fine. It's okay. And he sits back down. That ends his turn.
And next is Reynold.
Things are heating up. Reynold is going to use his bonus action to swing with his hook. His spiritual weapon does a 15.
No.
Okay, it just scrapes across the stone of the statue and does nothing and sits there like a useless spell. And then I'm going to use my main action to go ahead and cast... we'll do Totally Dead again. So 17 Wisdom save.
11. Fail.
Alright, since he has taken damage, he will take 2d12.
Nice.
Will result in 17 necromantic damage. And Reynold's kind of in the back saying, "Go get him, guys!" And it's going to be his turn.
And then Wymond.
Okay. After taking that absolute beating from this thing, Wyman is going to stand up. His eyes are going to go black for a second. And he's going to chant what sounds like a very dark incantation under his breath. A single drop of the blood that leaked onto his sword is going to float into the air, glow, and then stick itself onto this statue. And he's going to use the blood curse of the marked to mark this creature. And I'm also going to amplify it to give myself advantage on the next roll. Ooh, that one hurt. So with the intensity that he sends this out, you actually see him kind of wince a little bit in pain from the amplification on the attack on the curse. And then he's going to take his first attack with advantage. Let me switch this to marked. Okay. So it'll be a 22 to hit.
Hits.
All right. So that'll be 14 damage on the first attack. And then, so close. 27.
Hits.
For, was that 14 damage total? And then, I guess is there enough room for me to like slip around in front of Boo Boo here to kind of get into more of a flanking position than instead of having us all bunched up?
Yes.
Okay, so I'll do that then. I'm just gonna slip around to the other side here, staying in melee, like around
Okay.
here.
And then
that'll be my turn.
okay. Next is Joel, or excuse me, Mordecai.
I'm gonna go ahead and try to Eldritch Blast again,
Okay.
and maybe try to push him away.
Hit and hit. 29, 26.
Nice. Hopefully, I don't roll a 1 on damage. So that's a 10, and a 7. So 17 total,
Okay.
and he's pushed 20 feet back. And that'll be the end of my turn.
And this stone guardian raises its two massive fists, once again interlacing the fingers, and brings them slamming down upon Wyman.
Hey, you're getting rough.
23 to hit,
23 will hit.
and 28.
28 will definitely hit.
17 and 20. 37 damage.
Yeah, cool.
Does it take opportunity attacks when it moved away from Bezlock?
Not since it was pushed.
Okay.
Right, that's forced movement for that.
Okay. I figured.
Okay,
How's
that one hurt a
Wyman
little.
looking?
He's not great. Not great.
Not great. Getting slammed against the wall by this giant
Yeah,
stone
he's just
statue.
getting the absolute tar beat out of him.
Okay.
I thought this guy liked blood.
Next is Bezlock.
All right. Bezlock, after seeing the Eldritch Blast push this thing, goes, "Oi!" And he runs forward, straight at the mob, straight into his right back to his feet, and starts hacking away again.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to roll
21
both. All right. I keep doing that.
You deal the killing blow.
Oh, so I chop his leg off, and he falls over.
Statue hobbles, falls, and shatters upon the ground. Victory.
Awesome. I also, as it's falling, I walk over all chill as it's falling and do an arcane jolt. I put my hand out and put it on his shoulder, and the arcane jolt heals him for 2d6, which I will roll. I'm trying to roll, anyways. There we go.
Yay.
All right. And all the threats have been defeated, so you guys can act freely.
Hey, good job, guys. Yeah,
Wyman, you're okay.
yeah. Are you okay?
I will be. And he sheathes his sword. As he lets go of it, the light fades away on it.
You seem to be a little blood magic. I gotta. That's a thing that you do. Is that like a? You're possessed? Are you okay?
I am fine. I have a connection to the world beyond this one, and as such, I am able to do certain things in combat scenarios that allow me to channel certain powers through my own life essence or blood, as it were. It's nothing evil. It's nothing malice of any sort. It's just
You
It
don't
looked-
have to explain yourself
source
to
of
me.
my
I'm a
power.
necromancer.
It looked a little evil when like the blood went up and like splatted on it, and it was like a little like I got some real dark vibes off of that. But hey,
Did the radiant energy pouring off of my sword look evil?
it was a little like half. I'm a cleric. This man, he's Mordecai. You know, it's nothing new that I haven't experienced already. I just didn't expect to see it in one person.
Listen, if you
You're
ask
very
me if I am evil, I will tell you that I am not evil. The powers that I wield are strange, are unconventional, but they are not evil. You can either believe me and we can move on from this, or you can disagree and you can attempt to strike me down. I am very injured, and now is your chance.
Oh no, I get it.
There's a guy we knew. He made like a chain link armor out of like wedding rings, and we let him go.
I think you're good.
Lords.
Yeah,
I think
so
you're
you
good.
being
Shaking his head. What the fuck? What the
Kinda-
heck?
you
To
being
be
evil
fair,
is
he
kind
helped
of
us in a tight
low.
spot.
Yeah,
Oh
he
dear.
really shined through though. Like
He really helped us out. Like,
he really helped us out. So I mean, what I'm guessing the point is that if you're evil, you can still do good, and that's a value you should take away in your life.
So Bezlok gets back
Simon actually
on-
seems interestingly quite comforted by that statement.
As you guys are talking, Bezlok remounts Boo Boo, and they start searching around the room for, to try to get an understanding of where they are and what's going on.
Hey, Bezlek, you weren't hit at all, were you?
No.
Okay, it was just this one guy. All right. Reynold is going to cast Aura Vitality at a 3rd level, and he is going to, for the next 10 rounds, put all of his healing into Wyman. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna roll 10d6, and you get
Nice.
40 hit points back.
Nice.
There you go.
That's almost back to full with my 9.
Yeah, kind of.
There
Oh,
you
yeah,
go.
it's pretty close.
You feel better?
Oh, much. You truly are a powerful cleric.
Yes. I don't know how to respond to that. Anyway, what's in this room?
Yeah. So Bezlok is investigating the room.
The room, it seems to be for the sole purpose of coming and going, and just adorned with these 8 statues.
Is there a
there-
door anywhere?
There is the hallway on the far side of the room, pictured on the bottom of the map.
I literally couldn't see it. All right, cool.
And as you approach the hallway, there's just a large arched threshold and more ornate tile work upon the floor of the hallway. At the end of the hall, you see a doorway. I hope that your vision ends at the end of the hallway when you approach it. I'm just going to move you all close to the hallway because you'd ascertain there's really nothing else of interest.
Does can I take I want to take a quick look around and as far as like the place we're at and everything.
Okay.
Does my my grim psychometry ability, as far as like my knowledge of places, of creepy weird places, would that have any application here? Could I make a check on that?
Yeah, you'd like to make a history check about the Palace of the Frozen Duke?
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Okay. Would I get advantage with my?
Oh, yes,
Ability
I'm
with
sorry.
that?
Yes, you will.
Okay. Oh, that's pretty good. All right, it's a 25.
Okay.
Someone who knows things.
When the Frozen Duke held power on the frozen world, before he was banished from the world, this was his chosen place to come to accept, sacrifices or people creatures who had been captured to be given to him. It has been in use, by devils who are devoted to the Frozen Duke. It is still in use, although the Frozen Duke does not visit here, or at least hasn't for decades, many decades.
Okay. I would share that with everyone, sort of as I'm walking through and looking, just sort of sharing my knowledge of the place, just reciting it to the room too. I don't notice if anybody's listening or not.
Sure. I would hope they are. Bezlock, as soon as you step into the hallway, your heavy, just metal-plated gnome feet step onto this fine tile work, and you hear the familiar click of something being activated and compressed, and suddenly cold air blasts from beneath you, but this air is freezing and begins to immediately lock your joints in place. Will you make a Constitution saving throw, please?
Soon as we lose the rogue.
Ben's like, finally, I can put in traps.
The dichotomy of man.
Wow.
I think I have advantage on Constitution and Wisdom, so that was a 27 actually.
Okay. The initial damage comes before the save as you feel yourself, becoming frozen by this. You are able to move out of the way. I'm going to put you on the first plate here. You've stepped forward. Do you step back? Do you step forward to the side?
So I'm riding Boo Boo. So anytime that we're moving, so it would technically hit Boo Boo first, which is fine.
That's savage.
Yeah. Oh, he might be immune to cold damage, but we'll see. Let me look.
I was going to bring it up earlier, but anyone good at scouting in particular? We kind of had like a token guy for this, but he's not here anymore.
The token guy for this. Wait, so who took the 17? I'm sorry.
So if you're on the back of Boo Boo, then I would probably ask for saves from both of you, but I would have you both take the initial 17, and then a successful save will prevent being immobilized and further damage.
Okay. Done. Do you want me to roll Boo Boo's?
Yes, please.
All right. Let me get his save.
Wyman, you're not particularly fleet-foot, are you?
Oof, jeez. All right. Well,
Wyman looks at his massive claws sticking up on.
And Boo Boo doesn't have advantage, right?
No.
Okay.
Like
Boo Boo's mechanical joints begin to stiffen from the blast of frost. You can stay atop Boo Boo without being frozen in place if you wish, or you can try to move from there.
Yeah, I dismount Boo Boo, and I look down at the tile. Can I see what's going on with the tile, the mechanism? Do I recognize a trap like this?
You can make an intelligence check.
Okay.
DM, before I forget.
Sure.
At this level, I gained Fiendish Resilience, which gives me 1 resistance every short rest or long rest. I can switch it around. Knowing that we're going to the Frozen Dukes,
I think you probably would have chosen fire.
Oh, totally.
No, yeah, man,
he's
he's
immune to thunder damage. No.
So I'm resistant to currently to fire and cold. Fire from my lineage as a tiefling.
Okay, very good. Oh my gosh. Okay, and then Bezlock with a 29 intelligence. Okay. As you look back down from the top of Boo Boo, you notice that the plate you're on, it sank very slightly, and the click that occurred happened as soon as enough weight had compressed upon that plate. So with this kind of check, you recognize any kind of lingering weight on these plates is going to trigger the same reaction. You think you'll need to probably slide across or not touch the ground at all.
All right. So I turn back and I say, "This hallway is completely." Oh, sorry.
This hallway is completely trapped. I've seen traps like these before. They're weighted. We need a way across if we're going to go forward.
Can we activate all of them?
If you want to take more blizzards to your tuggus, then yes.
Anyone got like a sled or?
Do they continue to activate after it's been activated once?
I don't know.
As Boo Boo stands there, immobilized, again, there's another blast of cold air from beneath him. So indeed, it does seem to keep recurring.
Yeah.
Good to know.
All right.
I'm gonna use Firebolt real quick on Boo Boo to unmelt his feet so he can back up.
Okay, perfect.
All right. And he'll actually that didn't hit. So
I think I feel like it got close enough with you just casting it. You're not really under duress, so I think that's okay to say that went ahead and happened. Melting the ice around Boo Boo, and he's able to walk back off of these. Yes.
So Bezlok doesn't cast magic. So what you guys see that he has a big pen thing sitting on his left hip, and he took it out, and you see him load a cartridge into it, and then he pushes a button aiming at Boo Boo's feet, and a little fire missile shoots and explodes on the ground at Boo Boo's feet in a chemical fire reaction. And then Boo Boo backs up off of the thing.
So, ideas. Sliding, crawling on the walls.
Yes. So, yeah. I can get across.
I can get across personally, but what about you guys?
I could ask my god for help.
How long is this? Is the whole hallway that we can see here?
Yeah, at the end of the hall, you see two large doors.
Okay. I have a way of cross for myself. I can't take anyone with me though.
Mordecai, I know you can't like properly fly, but I know that you got some stuff.
I also can get across myself.
So you're telling me it's just me and the bear?
No. So Bezlok walks over to Boo Boo, and Boo Boo has like a little metal knob as a tail, and Boo Boo reaches and lifts the tail up, and you see a little red button under the tail, and he pushes it, and Boo Boo starts to fold in on itself, and at the end is a tiny little figure about this big, and Bezlok picks him up and just puts him in his pocket.
That doesn't seem physically possible, but magic's a thing, so I won't worry about it too much. It's just me. Great. I'm great to be a burden to you guys. How? Okay, I got a crazy idea. How tall is this hallway?
The hallway seems to be about 15 feet tall. In the center, it seems to be arched.
What are the side walls like? Do they look like they have similar panels as the floor?
They're made of ice.
Made of ice.
Do you suppose there might be a mechanism on the other side that would disarm this sort of thing?
No, I don't know.
You can all make perception checks if you like, looking down the hallway.
Funnily enough, not proficient. Still a good. Oh, not a good roll. I lied.
It's a 16 for Wyman.
An 8 for Reynold.
20 for Bezzy.
Mordecai, you got one coming, my friend?
Yes.
The hallway seems to be barren and made from cleanly shaven ice. You don't see any kind of levers or mechanisms.
Mordecai.
But perhaps on the other side of the door. What do you think?
Are you thinking what I'm thinking right now?
Is there a door over there? Like,
I don't know how much can you carry, Mordecai?
Yes,
Oh,
there is a
that's
doorway
not
at
what I
the
was
end of the
thinking.
hall. Yes.
Oh,
As soon as he said the floor is made of ice, there's something I can do about that.
I wish I
I'll
had
be.
enhance ability.
I shall be right back. And Wyman's going to turn and start to walk towards the hallway. But as he's walking, he's going to sort of fade out and vanish. And it almost looks like, because this is what he's doing, is he's stepping just out of the plane, and he's sort of walking between the planes for the next 3 rounds. I am using my ether walk, and I'm going to just walk down here and through the door.
Okay, that's cool.
Who the hell is this guy? This doesn't seem very light-like at all.
Where did you find them?
Can I cross the threshold?
Yes, you can. And
Okay.
you walk through the door.
I'm
The
gonna
door's-
because I can interact with objects. I can choose to
Okay.
interact with objects. So I'm very obviously not interacting with the floor, but I will try when I get to the door. I will try to just give it a push. To
Okay.
see does it just open?
The door
Or
opens
is it-
easily.
Okay, so I'll just push it open and leave it open for them for whatever they need to do.
And on the other side, you see encased in giant sculptures of ice, people imprisoned, encased, or they were once people, now just skeletons or shells of their former selves. And you see in there what looks like what can only be described as a devil wrapped in chains with empty eye sockets. And this devil looks over at the doors that have flown open, and it can't see you. Is that right?
Not for the next 12 seconds.
And it strides forward towards you, Wyman, peering down the hall.
okay.
Listening. It appears to be blind.
So I look over at Renaud. Do you have a way across?
Oh, no, I don't.
I roll my helmet is down at the moment, and so you see him Bezlok roll his eyes, and he walks over to you and casts. Well, you see him reach down to his belt, and he brings out a pellet and throws it on your shoes, and why is it not going to the chat? Oh, it is. Okay. And then he also does it for his own shoes, and then he starts trying to walk on the wall here so that he can move down the hallway.
Because it has concentration, you can cast it on one of you guys.
Oh, just on
Unfortunately,
him.
if you cast it again, it would overrule the
no.
previous.
You're right. Okay.
Hold on.
I'll just wait till he's across, and then I'll go.
What's your idea, Mordecai? Because I got an equal one.
I just
I have
gave you spider climb. You should be able to walk on the wall now.
How much do you weigh, Belzak?
And I start herding you towards the nearest wall because it's only going to last for
An hour.
an hour. Yeah.
All right, I was gonna carry you, but and Reynold just walks down the.
Well, I want to see if you once you're on the wall and sturdy, then I will try to jump on your shoulder.
Okay, I get on the wall, and I kind of make a platform for you to get onto.
And I jump on.
Now
You're a heavy gnome with all of your metallic encasements.
and I am a somewhat strong dwarf.
I weigh 100, so.
Okay.
Oh. Oh, buddy.
And as you, Reynold, you begin to climb like a spider across the walls, Bezlock clutching your back. This
Wyman saw
devil-
that big devil come out, and he's going to run and hide behind the door, by the way.
What? I
before
weigh
he
70, sorry.
appears Again.
Okay, you try to hide behind the door before you reappear?
Yeah.
And the devil, will you, do you use stealth at all, or you just move quickly?
I mean, I'll move. I'm going to move quickly to hide, so I'm not going to. It's not. He's not a tiptoeer. He's not good at that part.
Yep, neither is Bezlock.
There am I.
I'm gonna cast levitate on myself, and just with ascendant step, which allows me to cast levitate on myself an infinite amount of times. And I'm gonna hold on to Reynold as he's climbing. I am currently weightless.
Pull yourself.
Yes.
And
Oh, the Lord.
I'm currently weightless. I'm basically a balloon.
Oh.
And the devil calls into the hallway. I don't even know. This is just madness. His head turns quickly. Forgive me. I did not realize that our guests had arrived. He seems to smell deeply of the air. Go ahead.
Can I add one other thing? Because I've got 3 rounds that I'm invisible, and
Okay.
I could have gotten there and hidden everything in just one. So like the second round before I become visible, I'm going to go ahead and draw my weapon and activate my Rite of the Dawn on it.
Okay. He says, "The Frozen Duke bids you welcome,
Ouch.
Master Mordecai."
I gently float to the ground like a balloon.
And did we all make it across then?
If you continue crawling towards him as he's bidding you welcome, he would slowly back up as you, or as Reynold crawls down the hallway. The both of you just being drugged by him.
Such a weird position. Yeah, Reynold gets across.
Fine, it's fine.
Let's go.
Yes, and Wyman is still hiding behind the door, ready to strike if need be. The 3 of you, though, land safely on the other side of the hallway.
Hello.
I'm sure you're looking for your friend.
Yeah.
He tried to leave.
Oh, that's not good. Just kind of looked at Mordecai like, "This is your deal, man. You figure this out."
He's my gift. Where is he? Present him.
Well, I do not have him. You can follow him.
Who?
You can. Keeper of the temple.
Where is he?
I don't know. They went to the next room. There's a hole. Maybe they fell in it.
So Bezlock just reaches into his pouch and pulls out his little boo-boo figurine and just sets it on the ground right next to him.
Okay.
Also, as Wyman comes back to this plane of existence, that's when he remembers that with his right activated, his sword is glowing bright radiant light. So there's just this massive light that pops out from the back of the door, and he's like, ah. So he just walks out and just stands in line with everyone.
Are there any more surprises?
Well, if we told you, they wouldn't be a surprise, now would they?
Oh, this guy's got some sass. That's a surprise.
10 seconds after I put the figurine on the ground, I push the button on it, and Boo Boo starts to rebuild himself.
Oh, and the bear. Yes.
Yeah, there's that.
And you see in this room, just what you thought before was just the one devil. You see devils with spines or spikes protruding from their backs, their chests, their faces, moving about. The corpses that are encased in ice, kind of staying along the walls.
This is a nice place. You've decorated well, I see.
I could use a little light.
You gotta tell me who your interior decorator is.
Yeah,
The
man,
Frozen Duke has made this place what it is. You do like it, then. These are my work. He gestures to those frozen bodies chained to stones.
Yeah, so those people are like dead, right? Like long dead. I look and I see like skeletons and like decayed bodies inside.
When the Duke returns, there will be his army. The better ones are in the lobby. You should go see them. But, like I said, look out for that hole.
You know, I don't really get the chance to talk to devils most of the time because they're trying to kill me. This is a nice chat.
Is it?
Sort of. The people are kind of throwing me off, you know, the ones that are frozen and all. It's a weird, you know. I'm bad at talking, I'm sorry. I shouldn't be carrying this conversation.
Master Mordecai, is everything to your liking?
You've lost my gift. How could it?
I'm sure you'll find your gift in the next room.
Then let's make haste. Are you coming?
Me, no, I have work to do here. I've been commanded.
Sorry, I was speaking to the group.
Yeah, I'll come with you.
He hangs his head meekly.
Oh, don't feel bad.
Reynolds, bring your
You're
token.
not invited.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's
Okay.
Terrible moment.
And so I'll move your tokens forward, just so that the correct parts of the map are revealed.
What does this devil look like again? He's a gangly fellow.
Wrapped in chains with empty eye sockets.
Oh, we never
Oh,
we never
actually,
got your name. Is this one of those situations where like I already know it and I just have to think about it, or am I not supposed to know it?
you can call me Chitin until you meet another. That should suffice.
Yeah, that's a trick.
You leave this chain devil to his work, his duties, and his company of the other devils, and you move into a larger chamber. This one, too, is decorated in the same fashion as the last room, but these have been put on display around the perimeter of what appears to be a throne room of sorts. And there are also larger statues of Makazel's 8 Faces of Humiliations, as well as faceless statues of devils to represent those whose faces Makazel took. And you see a large throne, and you see treasure chests that are locked and chained shut. And you also see in the corner a large section of the floor is missing, gone, and a chasm is below it. And Reynold, you hear first a familiar song. Mordecai, perhaps you pick up on as well. And this song is reminiscent of the one that you've heard beneath Green Acres, beneath the hills of Gelida Coles. And this is the Song of the Abyss, the one that comes with the black tentacles, or that is created by the black tentacles.
Well, I didn't think I'd hear this anytime soon. I'm going to go ahead. This is probably for not, but I'm going to go ahead and cast Detect Good and Evil as a first level spell. And I'm just going to go walk around this room and probably pick up a lot of magically evil stuff. Fae, fiends, undead, aberrations.
You detect an aberration within the pit as you walk by it, not to mention the devil in the other room, and the other devils as well. But as you walk by this pit, you see something shining in the corner of your eye. It's vibrant and many-colored.
Yeah, I've seen that before. For you folks that don't know, there's a thing in this pit that spawns some like aberration tentacles, and you start seeing things. If you look too long, you might want to swan dive down there. I've been affected by it. I think Mordecai's been affected by it. I'm not too sure.
And just as suddenly as Reynold is speaking to the group, his eyes wandering about the edge of the pit as he delivers this advice, he disappears.
Oh, they got me.
Vanishes, is gone from sight, is gone. No longer in the room.
In the pit?
He's suddenly gone. One moment he was standing there surveying the edge. The next, he is gone. You didn't see him stumble.
Runs over to where he was at.
Yeah, Bezlok, you hear Bezlok say, "Oi!" and he just starts charging over towards the pit.
Lightbearer!
Not a good look.
Mordecai, what do you do?
I'm going to turn to our new Dragonborn friend and say, I think he just left with your light.
Yeah, he's already on his way over there.
Oh.
Do you rush up with them as well?
I am.
Okay. As you approach the edge, you too see a many-colored glimmering orb, and your vision is taken to it. And all at once, all three of you, and perhaps Reynold just a moment earlier, feel as though the room around you disappears. You're pulled through a storm. Colors of violet, deep violet, surround you. And you... as the storm leaves you and the snow, you find yourself in a dry, dark chamber, dimly lit by torches, and there seem to be cells lining the walls. And we're going to take a break here, grab drinks, whatever we need, and we'll be back in about 10 minutes, okay? And then the adventure continues.
All right.
That's good.
I got a...
Yeah.
Oh, really?
And then didn't swing it another round.
No, God forbid I ended combat early in the first round. Before I even had a chance to act.
We're back live. We're chilling. We're waiting for Joel. Joel, where you at?
Joe.
Kind of harmonized there for a second.
We'll just kick it off and jump back into the game. When we left off, you all were investigating this chasm that had opened in the floor, and as you were looking about, something colorful and vivid took your eye, and Reynold was first in vanishing, and then the others of you were taken through what felt like a storm, and now the group of you find yourselves together in a chamber, and again, it seems as though there are cells lining the walls. Oh.
And Reynolds there too? Or is he still somewhere else?
Yes, the whole group of you.
Uh-oh.
By the way, Ben, these arts you get for these like inner parts between maps are like sometimes they're hard to look at because I don't know what like my brain isn't processing.
In your brain?
Yeah. It's like you ever see those images where it's like 30 objects that look very familiar, but you can't exactly figure out what they are. The longer you look at it, the more it's like confusing.
This is just supposed to be an abstract image representing a stone chamber. Nothing more.
Odie's like that guy in Mallrats that can't see the sailboat.
You had the whole movie just standing there.
I'm afraid I don't get that reference.
Okay, well, you have homework
Children.
until next time we play.
They assign me homework every session, all right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and you never do it.
I don't.
It's culture homework.
All rats. All right, it's on the list.
It's
And
much
then-
warmer here than it was in the Palace of the Frozen Duke. I'm sure as you would expect almost any place to be. It's lit by torches, and let's start with Wyman. Or I'm sorry, we'll start with Reynold because he came first. Reynold, what do you do?
I check. Is Sugarfleas, is he still with me?
The Golden Canary, yes.
Okay. Woo! That could have been bad. Initial check for danger. See if anything is about to go murder me while I'm alone.
What do you imagine might do that?
I don't know. I'm in an unfamiliar place. Seemingly out of nowhere after I looked into a hole too far. Just an initial scan of any enemies.
And what kind of enemies do you think Reynold would immediately fear running into in this place?
Judging how he was just in a throne room dedicated to a devil, probably some lesser devils, like imps of the sort, creatures that would, staff a
Sure.
infernal palace of some sort.
Will you make a perception check, please?
I got a 10.
And will you make an intelligence check, please?
Okay, All right. That's a 14.
And as you look about the chamber, you see an opening, and you do see an imp flit across the opening very quickly, and then just its shadow, and it's gone as soon as it arrived. And then Reynold, immediately after that, these other 3 adventurers who rushed to save you are suddenly here with you.
Whoa. Oh.
Oi!
Oh, I'm not alone. That's a load off my chest.
Oi!
Wyman goes rushing still blade in hand, glowing. Oh my goodness, are you all right? Are you okay? Are you okay?
I try to hide the bird.
Wyman, do me a favor, please. Make a medicine check.
Sure. I should clarify that I am talking to the canary. By the way.
Oh, you are okay.
He doesn't give.
I'm not.
Care about
I'm not.
me.
Assumed something else.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
not the
as
priority here.
Reynold's like,
okay
I'm
with
fine or
that.
whatever, and he's just looking for the.
If you would, please make a
Is she
medicine
okay?
check. And an intelligence check.
Oh man. Okay. Medicine check. I am so good at those. It's a 17. Oh, actually, that wasn't bad. And intelligence check, just a flat intelligence.
Yes.
Woo!
Oof.
Woo!
23.
Ooh.
As Wyman rushes forward, Reynold has already seen that the canary is there. Wyman, the canary seems to be fine and in good spirits, and the song of the canary begins to fill the cavern. The quiet song.
He just closes his eyes and listens to her sing.
And
Sounds
Bezlok,
kinda
how do you
familiar.
respond?
So Bezlok, how do we go in, like, do we just dive into this pit head first? Like, what are we jumping out windows here? Like, what's going on? Like,
Sure,
how do we end
what
up
happened
where
is
we're
when
at?
you're looking about the edge of the cliff, your eye is taken by just a vivid color. Something along the edge of the cliff caught your eye, and as soon as you looked at it, you felt as though you were taken to a storm. As though you're flying through it almost, the rain pelting against your face, the snow and sleet as well. And then that diminished and kind of other senses returned to you or overtook what you were experiencing. And then you found yourself here warm, dry in this chamber, and it is lit by torchlight.
Okay, so Bezlok comes to and immediately goes, "Oi!" and looks around. And then the first thing, after he's done looking around, and he sees everybody still, there with him. He like takes one of the tool off the side of his belt and like clinks his armor to make sure that it makes a sound. And it does it make a sound when he does?
Will you make an intelligence check, please?
Yeah.
Don't want to fail this, I feel.
That would be weird if I did.
Wow.
The piece of armor that you begin tinkering with seems to be malfunctioning and actually breaking just from this slight stress that you're putting upon it. It seems to be breaking apart.
Okay. So I immediately I touch that piece of my armor, and I reach down to my belt, and I take out a little. It's like a little AAA battery looking thing, and I push it up against it, and you see it light red, and then I cast mending, and the little object that was on my arm that started breaking starts to mend itself immediately.
Okay.
And you see it like it's like a spot weld almost.
Very good. And Mordecai, what do you do? What comes to Mordecai's mind?
Well, that was a deep pit. To have everything around us at the bottom, wow, that must have been a very deep pit.
Mordecai, will you make an intelligence check, please?
Okay. $11.
And as you look up, you see that the ceiling is intact. It must not have been a pit. It must be confused.
Does anyone recognize this place?
I don't think so.
Interesting. This chamber specifically does not look familiar. Although, as you look around from... Sorry, I'm remembering the past of the campaign and trying to think of who has been to certain places. But Reynold and Mordecai, will you make history checks for me, please?
Sure. I got a 16.
I'm going to use Devil's Own Luck on this
Okay.
to roll a d10 and add it to my roll. You said history?
Yes, please.
Okay. Ooh.
Wow.
Wait,
Let's see what that d10 does.
Come on, 10.
So 25 for the
Give us
history
a
check.
give us a
And 10
35.
to add on.
Give us a 35. Where
I know
are we,
everything about this.
it turns out that you were actually the builder of it.
That is the highest I can possibly roll.
You lived here for 3 months.
Oh, this was my old apartment.
Yeah, this looks just like my.
Interesting you say that because you did live here at one time, though only briefly. Before Brahms rescued you from beneath Omnis, this stonework upon the floor, the sewage system, this construction, this architecture is exactly how the dungeons beneath Omnis were built. And you know that these dungeons were designed by Brahms, who you seek.
I'm going to let everyone else know that.
You know what's sad, guys? This is probably the first and only time this stone cunning racial ability of being a dwarf will ever come in handy. Because it gives you a bonus to intelligence checks, history checks on stoneworking. It would have just been an 18 instead of a 16, but that's about it, though. Yeah, this place looks kind of familiar.
I think you would notice that it would be work that's consistent throughout on Thuld. But Mordecai's just having this keen, almost visualization of when he was fleeing through the Omnis sewers.
I remember this rock.
Why that rock?
I stubbed my toe on it last time.
Oh, anger. Gotcha.
That's the one, yes.
Why are we here? We were in a ice temple to a big devil guy, and now we're backing on Thule? This is strange.
We saw you go to the ledge, look down, and you vanished. We chased after you. We looked over. I saw a glimmer of something, and then I was here.
Huh. Mordecai, do you remember the way out of here at all? Because it seems like you've got your head on straight.
Would I remember the way out from our last time here?
You know that most of the rooms led to a main passageway with a main sewage drench. Maybe you could look for that and follow it out as you had before. Last time you did have a guide, but there were ways out. So that's somewhere to begin at least.
Okay, everyone follow me.
Let's retrace our steps.
Okay.
And if you will, please, as Mordecai and Reynold begin to try to retrace their steps based off of their memory of what had happened in the past, will you guys please make intelligence checks for me?
I don't remember a damn thing.
16 for me.
15?
And as you search, you realize that you don't know the way, and this place begins to sprawl in many directions. You see many passages going many ways, far more than you remembered upon your first visit.
Oh,
I don't think we're where we thought we were.
I got locate object. I got detect evil and good. I have commune. If that's anything, I could banish one of us and see what happens. Yeah, I didn't really got a good idea. I could commune with my god if we have some time and some like good questions to ask.
DM, you said that we heard the song. Is there any way that I can try to recreate it?
Yes. You recall this song, and it was also mentioned in books that you've read. You can make a performance check with advantage.
Ooh,
I'm gonna slap him on the shoulder and give him guidance.
awesome. I will take it. Thank you.
Hey, there it is.
Performance.
Nice.
Ooh. And guidance is 1d4?
Yes. See if we can beat a 25. Yeah.
So that's
Ooh,
that's
hot
26
rolls
total.
tonight.
Now.
Excuse me. You begin singing the Song of the Abyss. And as you do so, the walls begin to turn black and slick. And where torches hang, you see tentacles wrapping around the lights. And the place begins to enclose upon you.
Wrong song, wrong song.
Do you continue singing?
I stop.
Okay, let's Mordecai, did you ever hear the song the bird sings? Julia, Sugar Fleece, please sing that song you sing sometimes. You know the one.
And Sugarfleas has been singing quietly, and she begins to sing a bit louder, and the place becomes lit.
Come on,
with
everybody,
magical light.
let's sing a hymn together. And I start like humming along to the song.
Okay, make a performance check, please.
Okay, my -1. It's an 11.
The chambers that you're in are lit up, but your song doesn't seem to have the same effect or potency that Mordecai's did.
Mordecai, come on, man, you gotta. Here, I touch him on the face and I give him guidance and I say, "Come on, man."
Are the walls still coming in?
When Mordecai stopped singing the Song of the Abyss, they resumed their other state.
I touch him on the face, I give him guidance, and then I also cast the 90-foot light on him. And I say, "I'm doing my best, the best that I can, Mordecai. You gotta get us out of here. You're like the only guy here with proper magic."
Okay. Let's try to find our way out of here one more time.
Will you all please make investigation checks for me? I suspect you're wandering about as the various things are taking place. Obviously looking for a way out, trying to find the right passage, any secrets that may be hidden.
Where am I?
Oh shoot! Sorry.
I got a 13 on mine.
I got a
Sorry. I think I rolled twice. So my first roll was 14.
You have a D4.
Okay.
What are your all passive perceptions?
16.
9.
Wow.
Oh, again 4. So that's 18 total.
Okay, very good.
Where does it say on my sheet? Oh, 11 is my passive.
What about you, Mordecai? You up in the wisdom gang?
Boo Boo's is 17 though.
Damn.
My passive is 10.
Does anybody beat Boo Boo?
I'm one below at 16.
18. Sorry, perception 18.
Okay,
Sorry.
I'm at 16.
Boo Boo is with you
minus
also.
Yep.
Boo Boo begins to sniff the air, growling. Or does Boo Boo sniff? How would Boo Boo react to scent?
Boo Boo, he does a big like inhale, and and then you see like air go through his lungs. He kind of inflates a little, and then he pushes the air out. So yeah,
he seems like he smelled a predator or prey. Something is certainly taking Boo Boo's interest.
So Boo Boo will just point with his nose whenever something like this happens. So he just points down one of the hallways.
Okay.
So Boo Boo doubles as an iron lung.
You wait and see.
So Boo Boo seems to have drawn attention to this specific hallway. Will you all please make perception checks as you, I'm assuming, follow his lead, at least to some degree.
I'm just gonna...
Where the hell am I? I got 25.
Ugh. Oh, 1.
That's Boo Boo's. You said perception?
Yes, please.
I got 2.
Well, Wymond and Bezlock and Mordecai, you're just very impressed with Boo Boo and his abilities, and a little bit distracted by that, perhaps. But Reynold, you see at the end of the hallway, your shadows all cast, and you see the long horns of Mordecai cast upon the wall. But then this shadow moves and leaves and splits from that shadow. There's something else down the hallway that is horned, that has moved away.
Mordecai, did you do that?
Do what?
Your shadow kind of split.
It does that sometimes.
So okay, that's normal then. Don't worry, I wouldn't worry about it, guys.
I'm joking.
Oh, I can't tell, man.
All right. So Bezlock starts moving slowly up the corridor with Boo Boo right behind him, and you can hear him muttering. Whenever Bezlock's nervous or it finds something unsettling, he is one of the times that he starts mumbling verse, and so you could just barely overhear him as he's walking down say the following line: a drow with hips of the god is the reason I wear this facade. And when she deigns to come near, you can always hear my courage knocking into my cogs. And you hear him just kind of repeating that over and over again as he's walking slowly up the path.
Bezlock gains inspiration.
Randall just slowly looks at Mordecai and Wyman and is just like, what?
I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, Bezlock, you go chase the shadow figure.
I'm gonna follow.
I'll be right behind you, behind Boo Boo.
And so they can't move quietly either because they're both made out of metal, like his armor. So we're just clomping.
Nobody's stealthing in this group. Don't worry.
Yep. We're just clomping down the road.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Well, the group of you talk about this dungeon that seems to be, taking many unexpected turns, circling back upon itself, and will you guys please, for me again, play? Everybody make a perception check.
Yeah, 19.
Got a 12.
That's a 12 for me.
Boo
Listen.
Boo, leading the way.
Looks like I'm do better than a bear.
And you've come to the point where it's become tedious to walk through here. Perhaps hours have passed. But then you, again, Boo Boo smells something. And Reynold, as you follow his direction, his snout, you quickly turn the corner and you see the hooved hindquarters of a minotaur walk around the corner. You know it well because you've recently fought one. This one, though, is swift and staying ahead of you.
There's a minotaur loose. I don't know if we should chase it and kill it or avoid it. Maybe we can interrogate it for answers, because minotaurs know the way around mazes, right? That's like their thing. So what if we get? What if we get to it and like force it to show us around and get us out of here?
You wish to capture it?
If I can have a minute alone with it, yes.
Why don't we just hail it?
Hey!
Oi!
Hey! Hey!
Can we just hurry up?
Stop!
Are we gonna hurry after the Minotaur? Is that where we're going?
Come on, man!
You guys try to hail the
You
Minotaur.
wish to-
That's your method of hailing? Just
Bro.
Oi.
hey.
Hey, come on!
Okay. Well, the Minotaur is elusive, at least thus far, and that's where we'll end the adventure for this evening. Good game, guys, and we'll pick it up next time as you seek to either find out more about this Minotaur or slay it as you wish. Good game, everybody. Please join us on our Discord, The Heroes Era, and we'll be playing next Monday at 6 Pacific. You can also follow us on Twitter at The Heroes Era.
Woo!
Okay.
Yeah!
Good game, everybody.
Woo! My point being, if we can get a minute alone with it,